you so much for joining this free training. I'm excited that you're here. I'm glad you're here. This is going to be a great training. I've actually scrapped my previous training and did the entire thing over from scratch because I wanted to make sure I gave you high value content. I wanted to make sure that you had the exact steps that I used in my Shopify store to get to over 1 million in sales in just under a year. And so I'm going to give you a simple map to start and scale your Shopify store that you can implement right away, starting at just $5 a day in Facebook ads. Now, this is even if you've tried before, even if you've had a Shopify store for months, years, and it has done nothing. I've been there, and you failed and failed. I've been there, and I'm going to show you exactly where I started. You can do this. I've just broken it down to the most core, simplest steps, and I'm so excited because in just a few minutes, I'm getting ready to reveal to you guys something that has completely changed my life, my husband's life, my daughter's life, and now I get to share it with all of you who are here with me now and get a chance to, hopefully change some things for you as well. So my goal is to not only show you my strategies and of course my exact steps. I'm not showing you anyone else's strategies. I'm not showing you any things that I've just watched online. I'm showing you my exact steps. You can Google me. You can kind of see some of my stuff on YouTube or wherever, on Facebook. I'm pretty open with what I've done and what I do and what I focus on, but I'm actually going to give you tangible content and case studies. So that's my intention. And also, I want to make sure that you guys who have failed before, who have not had success, that you're actually getting the tools that you need to start winning. I want you guys to win and I don't want you to quit. More so than helping you to make a ton of money with Shopify, I want to help you overcome those challenges and learn how to win. Okay, so I've broken it down and I can't wait to get into it. So let's get started right away. I want to show you guys just where I started. My first sale in Shopify was after 4 months. That's right, 4 months of testing products, testing ads, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I mean, I was terrible at this. How many of you can relate to this? And I see so many people come to me after week 1 or 2 months or 1 month or just 3 weeks and they're not getting any results. And it took me 5 months, you guys. Now, of course, with what I'm laying out for you today, it's not going to have to take you that long. You should be able to cut that time in half. But before I started seeing any results, I had 5 total sales in 5 months. That's 1 sale a month. All right. Now, how many of you would quit after that? Again, hundreds of dollars invested just to make $57 in sales. That's almost half a year of failing over and over and over again. If I was on Shark Tank, they would probably tell me to go and shoot my business. Like, this is nothing to continue to put my money in. And this would discourage anyone. And I can totally understand that. But this was a time where, I'm a mom, so I had a daughter. She was about to turn 1. We wanted to buy a new home. And in fact, I pretty much was done with Shopify. I thought, like many of you, Facebook was a scam. I had a goal to make $1,000 a month. I was new with Shopify and Facebook, frustrated, angry. And I was like, you know what? I'm either too smart or too dumb to figure this out. So I messaged a friend on Facebook and I was like, I'm done. And he told me 2 words that changed everything for me. 2 words that basically changed my Shopify store almost overnight. And I was completely done with this. And he told me, don't quit. Don't quit. He's like, I'm so close. I've come so far. And looking at my stats, as you can see right here, I hadn't gone anywhere. Definitely not far. So I said, you know what? Let me try one more time. I took a week. I scrapped my store, redid everything. I even took some money out of my daughter's piggy bank. It was her birthday coming up, so she's getting birthday money. And I said, you know what? The best thing I can do for her is to build a business and show her how to not quit. And that's exactly what I did. And then within the first few weeks, I started getting a couple sales. A couple more weeks went by. Her birthday was July 15th, so you can see somewhere in the middle there, sales were starting to pick up. And by the end of the month, basically you can see the last few weeks of the month, we did over $20,000 in sales. And this is what happens when you don't quit. And that's why you're on this training right now, because a lot of you are here and you don't want to give up on your Shopify store. You don't want to give up on your business. You don't want to give up on your dreams, on your goals, maybe getting a new house, getting a new car, or just helping to pay for some bills. And I was there. And this is why it matters to me that you stick to this training, you follow these steps, and that, I actually put together something that's actually going to help people. All right. So it's not a matter of if, but just a matter of when. And that's what I say all the time. And then after 12 months, I was able to get a new store going, continue to test products. I'm going to show you exactly how I did that. I'm going to show you one of my ads that helped me do over 100K in sales. And it really just took a few campaigns to get here, just using Facebook ads, scaling and automating and doing over $1.2 million in sales. And again, these are the 7 simple campaigns that I used, and you can see spent 77,000 to make 300K, 13K to make over 100K, so on and so forth, all the way down to what's total there over $900,000 in sales using Facebook ads. And this is just a snapshot, and I'm going to break down my steps again in just a few moments. But for those of you that don't know me, again, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm an entrepreneur. That's my daughter there. She is 2 and some change now. I work for myself full time. I get to wake up when I want to. I get to go to sleep when I want to, travel with my family. I get to coach and teach others, which is actually my most favorite thing to do, which is be here with you guys right now and show you how to win at business and e-commerce. And I own my time. That is the biggest thing that I know, a lot of people shoot for, is they want to own their time. They want to be able to travel with their family and spend more time with their kids. You're never going to see me on Facebook doing ads or sharing anything where I'm, driving a Bugatti or a Maserati. That's not what I'm about. And for those of you that have been following me a little bit online, I'm about family. I'm about ownership. I'm about owning your time and doing things that actually help you get financially free. And that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. So what has this been able to do for me since I've been on my e-com journey? I've been able to share at private masterminds with other high earning Shopify marketers, been on several podcasts and interviews, and basically I turned my own failing Shopify store to do over $1 million. That was, my biggest accomplishment that has allowed me to now take what I've learned and open it up for you guys to learn and do the same thing. And this happened with several Facebook ad campaigns that did over 100K. Okay. Now, of course, I have to tell you, for legal reasons, my results are not typical. They're just not. And you know that. Everybody's not going to do $1 million on Shopify. There are quite a few people that do, but everybody's not going to do that. But here's the thing. It's not impossible to use Shopify and Facebook ads to just change your life around just a little bit. How many of you kind of have some goals where you're like, you know what? I just want to be able to cover my car payment, or maybe cover my mortgage, my rent, or get a new car. And this is what I'm going to show you exactly how to do. And it's not just me, right? Eileen, who did over $20,000 in sales in just 30 days, $20,000 in sales. And she's getting about over 30% profit margin in that. How insane is that? All right. That's life changing. That's not $1 million, but that's pretty life changing. Right. And then Kim, who did her first sale after hours of implementing my training. She took the steps, she followed them to the T, and was able to start getting sales and even had her first $1,000 day. Reg spent 2 days with me learning my strategies and my tips, started getting sales. You see, there's like, I got 12 sales, and he's nervous, right? Because people are, they're just getting it right for the first time. They're getting it right after trying and failing, and they're getting it right. And these people, they're real people. I'll show you how to get into our free Facebook group after the training. You'll get to talk to them, meet them, and kind of hear their story straight from them. But then there's my friend B, right? She had no e-commerce experience, no marketing experience. She started with a brand new store, took my steps, right, which I'm getting ready to lay out for you. And she had a full-time job. So she wasn't even doing her store full-time. She was barely doing her store part-time, I would say. And she was able to do over $35,000 in sales in about 9 months. In her biggest month, she did about $10,000 in sales. She was able to buy a new truck. And believe me, I saw her car before. This is definitely a really big deal for her and her family. Now, how many of you, again, would love to just make a little bit just to maybe even quit your job, help a loved one, or just, like I said, maybe just cover your mortgage, right? It's possible, and people are doing it every single day with Shopify. All right, so let's jump into this, right? You see that it works. You know that you need to be doing it. You need to be doing Shopify. You know that it works. You see, it's not just me. It's not just some Cinderella story. But there are real people out there who you'll get to talk to and meet who are doing the same thing. So the process I want to take you guys through is the exact process that I use to build my Shopify store. The first part is niche selection. I want you guys to know who to sell to. How many of you have struggled with what niche to go into, right? What niche should I focus on? Who should I actually sell to? How do I figure out what niche is going to make me the most money, right? Then there's product selection. I want you to know what to sell. And this is probably one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen people make. So again, I'm not going to just give you stories or give you examples that I've Googled. I'm actually going to give you my steps. I'm not going to give you some 3 secret formula that you see on all these webinars that don't give you real content, don't actually give you real steps, but I'm going to be giving you tangible steps and broken down pretty easily and quickly so that you can get started right away. All right. Now, I don't want you to try to remember how to do all this because it's a lot of information. Again, it's a lot of content, but it's great revenue generating content. You're not going to be able to remember it all. So if you haven't done so already, now is a good time to pull out your notepad, your notebook, and get a pen, 2 pens, just in case one runs out, and start taking notes. All right. Then we're going to talk about store and how to convert buyers. A lot of people miss it here. They spend too much time building their Shopify store, and then they want people to review it. Oh, look at my store. Look at my store. Tell me if it's okay. I'm going to give you a strategy to put together your store in 30 minutes. Yep. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That's all. You just need to put together a store that works. And I'll show you some examples that you'll look at and say, that store is making money? Yes. You don't have to be the prettiest store on the block. You just have to have these steps in line and in order. And then Facebook ads launch. I'm going to show you how to actually put your ads together and put it on autopilot so you can continue generating great campaigns that are profitable and making you a lot of money. So you'll walk away with everything you need to start making an income using Shopify right now. And that's my goal today. Now, of course, some of you, this is not going to be for everybody, but for a few of you, you may say, okay, I've got a lot of this stuff down and I might need some advanced training. And that's okay. I'll take a few minutes at the end for those of you who are interested to know how you can take your training to the next level and participate in our Flight Academy. And that'll unlock everything you need. It'll go deeper, deeper, deeper into all of these principles to show you how to get to that 6 and 7 figure mark. Okay, now the cool thing is I've extracted the best lessons from the Academy, which I'm sharing with you right now today. Okay, so if you like the content and you can see that I'm just really trying to get people started, my reputation is on the line with this training. I need people to actually have a win with this information because my goal is to help change lives. So I'm going to put together content that's going to do exactly that. Right? And it's free. So you can stick around and learn more about the advanced training program if you like. If not, you can just take the content that you learned today with all the goodies that I'm going to give you at the end for free. And it's a win-win, right? So stick around at the end to see how you can get access to this and even some free content after today's training. So one thing I'd like to leave you with at the end, when we'll wrap up, we'll do some Q&A. I'll answer some questions that you might have, but I'll also be giving you a way to download a 6-figure launch plan. Now it's a digital ebook with checklists, examples, and case studies to follow, and it's completely free. Again, I'm trying to give you guys I'm trying to tee up everything that I can to help you guys win and start getting sales right away in your Shopify store. So if this is something you think you'll be interested in, again, get your notepad ready. We'll start to dive right into the content immediately. And then at the end, I'll show you how to get access to the 6-figure launch plan. All right, so we're going to start with niche selection. Now, this is where a lot of people make some missteps. And really with niche selection, you're just trying to find the most passionate person you can to sell your products to, right? You can't just sell everything to everyone. You have to really narrow it down to who the buyers are, right? To find the niche or products that are actually going to make you the most money. Now, a lot of people get this wrong because they end up selling to an audience that's too broad, right? They don't know the difference between what is a category and what is an actual niche. In a few minutes, I'll give you some proven niches that will help you take your store to the next level. Now, these are ones that I've discovered on my own. You can have them for free. When that screen comes up, just be ready to take a screenshot. But let me just break down for you a little bit the niche and category example, what's actually a niche and what's actually just a category, right? Now, when you look at products that are available for you to sell or things that you want to come up with to sell, they may be somewhere in the category of a t-shirt, right? But shirts are not a niche. But the affinity that you may put on a niche is actually something that can be profitable for you. So for example, football is a really passionate niche. A lot of people love football, they love sports, and that's something that if you take a bunch of football quotes or symbols, you can put them on a shirt, and that creates a niche that you can sell to, right? Then jewelry. Jewelry is not necessarily a niche. It is a category, right? It is a product type, but there are people who are really into skulls and bones, crossbones. That is a passionate niche. That is something you would want to focus on. The affinity. The affinity is the actual niche, not the product itself, right? Jewelry could be made for anyone. There could be jewelry for people who love dolphins, who love elephants, who love turtles. And that's what you want to focus on, the affinity. So when you find that affinity, when you find that niche that is passionate and people are buying products within that niche, like the skull niche, which is really high, you can put that on a t-shirt too and sell a lot of those. You can put it on a bracelet and sell a lot of those. Same thing with the dog niche. The dog category has several hundred breeds inside of it. The breed is the actual niche, not just selling to dog owners, selling to specific breed owners, okay? So I want you to really get that in your understanding so that as you're looking for niches and products to sell, that you look for things that people have an emotional attachment to. People don't have an emotional attachment to a t-shirt. They have an emotional attachment to their college football team t-shirt, right? That's what they have an attachment to. So we want to focus on that. Now, I'm going to give you a couple tools that I use to actually find niches that sell really well. And a few niches that have made me a ton of money: the nurse niche, beauty niche, the baby niche, the dog breed niche. And so if you're still deciding on a niche, here's one tool that I use to get ideas. It's wish.com. Now, you can just pull this up in your browser and you can see that when you look at products, maybe you look at Deal Dash or the latest, and right now in this screenshot, you can see there are a ton of syringe and nurse type of products. Nurse is a really great niche to be in, right? But you see their pens. Pens is not a niche, it's a product, it's a category. But what type of pen? A nurse pen, right? So the nurse is the niche. Again, if we look at some of the products here, when you think about the wine category, right? Wine is a category, red wine is the actual niche. And if you look and see these socks, right? It's red, but it has a "bring me a glass of wine" phrase on it. You could easily sell this to people who love red wine. There are people who are just red wine drinkers. You're either a red wine drinker or you're a white wine drinker, right? There's a line drawn. Those people are passionate about what they drink, and that's the niche that you want to be in, okay? So the next thing you can look at, which I use all the time, is AliExpress. Now, AliExpress is a great tool to use because you can actually see what's selling really well. And the thing that you want to look for is how many people have actually bought a product, right? So you can see there at the top of each box how many orders it actually got. This tells you the top selling products. And this is a great way to find out what things are actually selling and what niche you might want to consider to be in. All right, and we'll break these down even more. But 99% of marketers who are doing Shopify and Facebook marketing, they're using AliExpress. So this is probably my top tool number one. The next thing you want to look at is the orders on AliExpress. Again, you can look at how many reviews, the wish list, ads, and something you want to look for is something that has over 700 to 1,000 orders would be a good benchmark, and almost about 10,000 wish list ads for this product. But you want to look for something that at least has 700 or more ads to the wish list. You want it to be comparable. That's something you want to really look at when you're searching for niche ideas. And the motorcycle niche is a strong niche, right? Not just people who maybe like motorcycles, but people who like crotch rockets. That is a big niche. As well as cruisers, Harley motorcycle riders. So as you start looking at these products, I want you to think about the niche. Now, this is another tool that I use. And the way that I search on Facebook, one, I search on mobile, right? So that's something you want to write down. Search Facebook on mobile. And then you want to actually put the niche that you're thinking of. Plus, you want to put in some of these phrases. Get yours today. Claim yours now. Get yours now. On sale now, right? Because this is going to pull up ads. You want to see ads that have hundreds of likes and shares and comments and clicks and video views, because this is going to give you an idea of what's working best on Facebook and what's selling, right? And this gives you the ideas of what niche you would like to focus on. So that's Facebook. So again, when we're looking at selecting a niche, are people already selling within that niche, right? When we look at wish.com, AliExpress.com, Facebook, even Amazon, are people already selling in that niche? And then are you able to easily target this niche on Facebook, right? Is it pretty obvious who they're selling this item to, right? People who are into Gothic themes, people who are into skulls and bones, people who are obsessed with dolphins. Can you easily see what keywords you'll need to use to target these items, right? Now, here's something you want to take a screenshot of, right? These are some proven winners that I've tested and used and discovered while doing e-commerce marketing. And then I'll show you exactly how to find and source products within here. But again, the dog, it's the category, but then the actual niche is the breed, teacup Yorkie. For television, there are shows, people love Game of Thrones, right? They're just people who are just fanatics over that. And people who are in love with golf, camping, just tons of things here that you could use to find some profitable niches. All right, so the next step is to find products to go with these niches, right? And I'm gonna help you find and easily source these products that are gonna be profitable for you starting from day one. You cannot sell everything to everyone. Go through those steps in making sure you pick profitable niches. I gave you a great list of them, and hopefully you took a screenshot, wrote some of those down. But then we want to actually go through and find some of those products. Now, one thing to keep in mind when you're looking for products, profit is found in margin. You see a lot of stores and people who say they're doing Shopify and they're like, oh, I made $2 million in Shopify, I made $4 million in Shopify, I did, $300,000 in Shopify. But you don't want to just make sales. You want to make profit, and profit is found in margin. You want to find products that have a high sense of value, meaning you can get it for $1 but sell it for $5. You can get it for $5 but sell it for $20. This is extremely important because you don't just want to sell crap. And there are a lot of people who put hundreds of products in their store, but they don't make any profit. I made 7 figures in sales from probably about 5 to 7 products, if that. There were probably 3 products that counted for more than 75% of that revenue. 3 products that counted for more than 75%. You don't need a ton of products and you don't want to sell crap. So you really want to make sure you focus on that niche and you use at least these 3 tools to find that. Now, what I want you to do is find about 3 products, right? As you've written down these notes and you're kind of going back and doing this yourself, find 3 products before you move on to the next step, because I'm going to actually show you how you're going to source those products and start to put them together. So we want to get 3 products. The first place we're going to go back to again is our AliExpress. Now, here's an example of a product that I actually sold and made over $100,000 in sales with this particular product. And you can see, again, what are we looking for? We're looking for validity. Is this a valid product that is selling right now, that has proof that people want it and that we can actually start getting orders from right away? Now, what are we looking at? We're looking at reviews, 3,975 votes. Those are the reviews. 2,027 orders, okay? Obviously, people love it. The price range, it has a high value content. Why? Because it's 4 bibs in one, $4, that's $1 bib. We can probably see this on Amazon for about $20 a pack. And then look, over 4,000 people have added it to their wish list. Now, this is really, really important because a lot of people don't look at this. Sometimes we see products that have a lot of orders but not a lot of wish list ads. You want that to be comparable. Why? Because there are wholesalers that can go and buy 1,000 pieces of this actual product, and that's 1,000 orders right there. So you want to make sure that you're actually seeing high votes and high orders and high wish lists. For orders, we're looking over 750. Write that down. Orders over 750. Reviews, we're looking for over 500 reviews. For the wish list, we're looking for over 750 or more. I like to look for 1,000 and up, just to kind of give me an idea that this is a strong product. Again, here's another example on AliExpress. This is a product that we would source, right? We see that the store has been open for a couple years. This is something else I like to look at. We also see that they've got over 1,000 orders, over 2,000 votes, and over 9,000 adds to the wish list. And again, motorcycles are a great niche, and this is something that people will find extremely valuable, and that's something you want to check. So again, let's kind of look at our checklist of when we're sourcing products. Does the product have great photos that will look well in an ad? Does it have a video, right? Can we do a video? Is it something that we can order from Amazon Prime, get in our hands right away and do a quick video with our phone? Does this product make a great demo video? Does it have at least 500 plus reviews? Has the business been in years for at least 2 years? What are the purchases and the wish list numbers like? And then of course, what is the price? Is there value there? Is there margin? Is there margin if I were to decide and sell this thing? All right, so take a screenshot. All right, we've gone through niche and product, and now I'm going to take you through how to set up your Shopify store in under an hour, and we'll keep it moving. All right, your Shopify store is important, but it is not the most important thing. The best thing you want to make sure in your Shopify store is one, that you have a few products in there and the checkout works, the payment processor works, you're actually able to take money and take orders. Other than that, you just need to have a few basic things set up, and I'm going to walk you through that on how to set up your Shopify store. And you can do this within 30 minutes. If you're a little technically challenged more than others, then it may take you a little bit more time to do that. But again, I don't want you spending more than 2 hours on your Shopify store, okay? It's just too much time. Now, of course, just head over to shopify.com. If you do not have an account, I'll provide a link for you to get a free trial with this, but you just want to simply sign up for that. It just takes a few minutes to do that. The next thing is, when we look at the kind of store we want to create, here's the best way to do it. Do what others have done. Model other people. Don't try to make up something in your mind and sketch it out for days and days and days. You're not a web developer, right? You're not a multi-million-dollar fashion brand. You're just trying to sell products that people want. And there are 3 simple sites right here. You can do these sites. These are sites that I found on Shopify Exchange. They're making actual sales, and they're not that pretty. They're not that complicated to do, and they're all using free themes and free templates, which I'm going to show you how to do as well. So here's the checklist that we want to make sure we cover as we launch our Shopify store. The name and the logo, you do not want to spend a ton of time on this. People will hang on their store for weeks and weeks because they're trying to decide on their store name and their logo. This is not going to make you any money. Okay, your name is not, think of Uber. What is an Uber? Uber does billions of dollars, all right? Their name is Uber, okay? So you don't want to spend a ton of time trying to labor over what name and logo to use on your store, right? For the theme, we're not going complicated here. We don't need a developer. We're going to use the free theme called Brooklyn. That's the theme that my store did $1 million on. You guys are going to do the same thing. Keep it simple, right? Here are some apps. These are optional, okay? If you are looking to kind of increase your sales over time, again, in the advanced training program, I'll show you how to maximize these, but these are optional. And then the core pages that you need to have, right? Other than obviously your home page and your product pages, which will generate automatically as you add products. You want to have an about page, a frequently asked questions page, and a privacy policy page. These 3 are extremely important. And then you want to just add the 3 or 4 products that we selected in the previous section. All right, so let's break these down a little bit. Step 1, branding, your name and your logo. You're not going to make this up yourself. You're going to go to creativemarket.com and you're going to buy a name and a logo, literally. You're going to put your niche in the search, whether it's nurse logo, firefighter logo, policeman logo, whatever, and you're going to see what logos come up. They'll probably be about $5 to $20, $30, $50, and you're going to buy a name and a logo. You're not going to spend 100 hours trying to figure out what to call your store. You're just going to buy one from somebody who's already created one, right? And then you're going to move on. Then you're going to install a free theme. Now, this is going to be pretty simple. Basically, if you go to the back end of your store, which I have shown you here, you're going to click on Online Store on the left. You're going to click on Themes right there on the left. And then you're going to click on Explore Free Themes. Explore Free Themes. Explore Free Themes. Free themes. And then Brooklyn will show up in that list there, which I've highlighted for you. So 4 clicks and you're done. Now here are the optional apps that I talked to you about. Again, these are if you kind of want to take an advanced approach. Again, I'm not holding anything back. I'm giving you maybe more than you need, but you know, if you want to just get started, you don't need this right away. All right, and then the core pages that I talked to you about, which are about FAQ and the privacy page. Now, I have templates for these that you can get in the advanced training. If you want to just kind of do this on your own right now, you can. Shopify gives you some placeholders to use, but I also have some templates that you can get access to in the advanced program if you'd like to do that. All right. Then last but not least, we're going to add a couple products. Now I use Overload to add and fulfill products. Again, you don't need this to get started. If you're looking to get started today, tonight, tomorrow with these principles that I'm laying out for you now, don't worry about this, but if this is something that you already have or you're thinking about using, this is something that I use. And of course, again, in the advanced training, I'll give you some of my highest converting sales templates that you can plug any product into basically in about 5 minutes, and it's probably going to convert more than everything else, okay? It will out-convert everything else. So again, you want to just add 3 or 4 products to your store. That is basically it. Again, we're just going to model what other people do. So again, looking at how do we find products, we're going to put the niche name in, plus buy it now, get it here, whatever the case might be. Here's an example of a product that I looked for on Facebook. And you can see the ad that came up. And then now this is what it looks like when you pull up that ad, right? And it says new phone cases for nurses. Then I actually put that in my store, put a little timer on there. It works great on mobile, right? It's stuck to the bottom. Add to cart, everything bright, simple, free. I did a free plus shipping offer on this. And then you can see some of the orders that I got from this particular product, this limited edition nurse phone case. Okay, so again, just model others. Keep it simple. Don't complicate this. Don't make it hard on yourself. Just do the simple things that I'm giving you now, and you'll start making some sales right away. Now, the Facebook launch plan. I want you to create some powerful Facebook ads that are profitable from day one. Now, this is where a lot of people lose their cool. They get nervous and they start to really question if they're going to really be about this business or not. Now, most of my money, about 90% of the money that I made was made using Facebook ads. That is where the money is made. And now that you've set up your store, we need to get traffic and sales. We need to get people. We need to get bodies, right? And 80% of people fail here, if not more. Like I did. I showed you. I failed at Facebook ads for 5 months, and I thought Facebook was a scam. And I know a lot of you probably do too. How many of you thought like, hey, Facebook is just taking my money and I don't even think I'm getting real people to my store? But if done right, you can start making sales from day one. You want to take a ton of notes here. And of course, I don't have all day to break this down, but I'm going to show you the core strategies, the basics that you need, maybe a little bit more advanced that you need to get started right away. And if you feel like this is an area where you need more help, you're like, okay, this is where I always trip up. This is where I always lose it. and you're like, I need some step-by-step help, I need some real life examples, maybe even some items done for you, then again, you can stick around to the end and learn more about the advanced training program that I have coming up. All right, so that's a great place to get that advanced help if you feel like this is something that you need a little bit more hands-on training with. Now, for those of you that just kind of need a refresher, all right, let's look at the campaign structure for Facebook ads. You have your campaign level, you have your ad set level, and then you have your ad level. Okay, if we look at this backwards, right, what we're selling is the actual ad. Who we're selling to lives in the ad set, and the action that we want them to take, like traffic, right, clicking on your ad, or video views campaign, which is basically just watching your video, or an engagement campaign, which is just getting likes, comments, and shares. That's all set at the campaign level. So we know the action we want them to take, who we want to sell to, and what we're selling, and that's basically how you set up your Facebook ad structure. Now we're going to focus on two objectives, campaign objectives. You'll see about 7 or 8 here listed, actually 12. Total, including reach and frequency, but we're just going to focus on 2. I just need you to focus on 2. Don't worry about all the other ones. If you're a new account, more than likely you're going to start with engagement or video just to get just get some traffic, get your pixel warmed up, and get some actions generated on your site. But if your account is a little seasoned, maybe you've gotten some traffic already, you've gotten a couple sales. Even if you've gotten 1 or 2 sales, your pixel kind of knows the direction it's supposed to go. Maybe it hasn't gone far, but if you're in that boat, you're going to start with a conversion campaign. Now, here are some ad set basics that I want you to focus on as we set up our campaigns. Now, most of your ad sets will have these base settings. And then as you get a little bit more advanced in your training, these can vary. And we'll expand more on that in the advanced training, of course, and talking about worldwide targeting and additional placements and budgeting and all of that. But these are just some of the basics, right? One, you want to make sure that you are focusing on US, age, you want to do 20 and up, right? We want people who have credit cards. Placement, we're going to do mobile only. And for budgeting, we're going to start with $5 a day. This is basically going to be the same every single time. So take a screenshot here. And again, we're going to start with only targeting US, 20 and up, mobile only, $5 a day. Now, the big part of this is going to be the targeting. I want to make sure you really know how to work your ad targeting, because this is the core revenue generating task. Okay, you're going to spend most of your time here because this is where we're going to find our most likely buyers for our product. Now, you don't have to get this perfect. Don't let Facebook ads targeting intimidate you. There are a ton of videos and secrets and people who gurus are like, oh, you should target like this, you should target like that. At the end of the day, test everything, but I'm going to give you my strategies, what I did to actually scale my store from 0 to 100K in that first month, right? And then duplicate those campaigns to do 6 more campaigns that did over 100K. So you just have to execute the best one word. Just find the best one word. One word, one keyword, and let Facebook do all the rest, okay? And if you're still not sure where to start with that one keyword, I'm gonna give you a little shortcut that works for me every time, okay? And that's go big, all right? We wanna look at keywords that are brands, influencers, and groups. Obviously with brands, we wanna find brands that are closely related to the niche and the product that we're selling, right? If we're doing influencers, you want to find people who are related to that niche. You may want to search Instagram or search on Facebook or Google to find those influencers that you can target, who your niche or the person you're wanting to buy your product is following. And then groups. Groups are a great place to find passionate buyers and people who are most likely interested in your product. Again, we're trying to find the most passionate person, not the most likely obvious, but the most passionate, right? So an example would be if we're selling a yarn blanket, right? Blanket knitting kit for people who do yarn knitting. I'm not a knitter, so I don't know if I'm even saying it right, but just kind of go with me on this. So example would be we'd try to find a brand that sells yarn, right? And then maybe we would find a yarn influencer, maybe somebody who does a ton of YouTube videos on knitting blankets. And then if someone is in about 2 or 3 of those, a knitting group, and they follow this knitting show on YouTube and they follow this knitting brand, they're probably going to be interested in your yarn kit for how to, put together a blanket. All right. So here's a couple more examples just to illustrate this out. Again, I want to make this super, super simple for you guys. Don't want you to be intimidated by Facebook targeting. Okay. You can do this. Again, go big. Brand, easy example, CrossFit. That is a brand. They've got over 3 million followers. Influencer. Here's a fitness guy. I just found any fitness guy. I'm not in fitness. I don't even know who this guy is, but he's an influencer because he's got over 2 million people following him, right? And he's obviously in the fitness niche. And we'd probably want to try to find somebody who's actually in CrossFit, but this is again an example of somebody that you can actually target. You can put this guy in your targeting. And then a group. I love CrossFit. Okay, this is a community in New York. You can see that on the right, community. That means it's a group. People are following it. They've got 70,000 people in that group. Okay, it's a small number, but you'll probably find passionate people. We're not looking for quantity, we're looking for quantity. Okay, now if you want to zero in on your target, again, for newer pixel or ad accounts, it's important to train your pixel. What does that mean? Your pixel is a dart. You want to have it trained so that it knows how to get to the most likely buyers. And you want to make it easier for Facebook to follow and find those buyers. And we do this with a strategy I call flex targeting. So let me illustrate this for you a little further. If you think about an infinity pool, right? How many of you have gone or been in or seen an infinity pool? Okay, it's in this picture. They look beautiful. Excuse me, an infinity pool. All right, so usually it gives you the impression that you're in the ocean, but you're just in a pool, but it looks like the pool is never ending, like the ocean is never ending, right? But you're just in a pool and you can get in and out and not have to worry about sharks or anything like that, right? Great, beautiful. Now, with targeting with a newer pixel, newer account, we want to target people in a smaller pool by narrowing that keyword or narrowing the number of people who we're targeting to be smaller. We actually want it to be smaller, not larger. And as your pixel starts to convert 50 to 100 on those events, right? And here are the events that we're looking at. View content, add to cart, initiate checkout purchases. Those are all conversion events, okay? Again, view content, add to cart, initiate checkout and purchases. We want to get to 50 to 100 of those. Now, in order to do that, it's best to give your pixel, a smaller pool to find those people, okay? Like an infinity pool, it appears to be broad, but we're using a broad keyword, right? So the ocean keyword, and then we're using another keyword. That's going to be different than just using that one CrossFit keyword. So when we flex target and we use that small pool approach, we're saying, hey, Facebook, I want you to narrow further by having someone who follows CrossFit and must also like CrossFit games, for example. That gives us a pool of 470,000 people versus 300 million people. Now, here's a question I have for you guys. Is it easier to play Marco Polo in a pool or in an ocean? Right? Marco Polo, when you have people in a pool and one person has to close their eyes and try to find people in the pool by their voice, by the sound of their voice. You can't see them, you can only hear them. You say Marco, they say Polo. Is it easier for you to find those people if you're in a pool or an ocean? A pool, of course. That's what your Facebook pixel does when you send it out to find buyers, is basically going to either play Marco Polo in a pool or an ocean. Now, of course, the more advanced it gets, the bigger and badder it gets. You can put it out in the ocean and it'll be like a Marco Polo G, right? A sniper Marco Polo player. But we're starting out, we want to be in a pool. We're looking for a pool, okay? Here's the key, guys. We're looking for a pool of at least 200,000 people or more. Don't get caught up on the exact number. Just make sure you narrow it and it's got at least 200,000 people in it or more. All right, now here's an actual example of flex targeting. You can see in the first detailed targeting box, I have CrossFit, right? And must also match one of the following, CrossFit games. And I did that by clicking on that narrow further. It's on the other side of exclude people. Click narrow further and you'll get that box to come up, and you can continue to click it and more boxes will come up, and you can narrow further, further, and further. You probably only need to flex 1 or 2 times, but look, I've got a pool of 470,000 people, and that's perfect, right? And I'm going to save that audience and move on from there. Now, what does it look like if I'm doing it broad? It's just one keyword, right? And that would actually be about 3.2 million, but it's just that one keyword. That's broad targeting. That's getting a bigger audience, which if your pixel gets really good, or you got a seasoned pixel that's got more than 50 to 100 conversion events, right? The view content, add to cart, initiate, checkout, purchase, then you can go broad, and that's fine. So at what point do we use some of these strategies? For the pool targeting, right, flex targeting, where we're narrowing further, this is best for new pixels. Mature pixels can use it too. I still do some of my narrow audiences with my pixel. My pixel is done over tens of thousands of conversion events, right? New niches. If you have a flex store and you want to break out into a new niche, you could also use your flex targeting or the pool approach for breaking out into a new niche, right? Great for a flex store. And then conversion campaigns. This is great if you're doing a conversion campaign and you want to start getting sales immediately. Now, if we go back, again, broad targeting. This is broad targeting. Where do we want to best use the broad targeting? Okay, so example, CrossFit, 3 million. This is best with a mature pixel. A niche store, right? If you have a niche store, you could also do this broad targeting approach, because everything in your store is going to be surrounded by that niche. Engagement campaigns, right? Even if your pixel is new, but you're doing an engagement campaign, meaning you're just trying to warm things up. You just want to get bodies. You want to have people just start clicking and liking and sharing. And engagement and video campaigns are great for broad targeting. Okay. All right. Now, ad offers. With ad offers, you really want to be disruptive. Okay. People are not on Facebook to buy. They're not on Facebook to shop. If people want to shop, they go to Target.com. They go to Walmart.com, not Facebook.com. So your offer has to be almost too good to be true to get people to stop looking at cat videos and spying on their ex-boyfriends or snooping on their friends, or, just sharing a bunch of baby photos like I do all the time. You want to be disruptive and get them to click on your offer. Now, here are a couple offers that have worked really well for me, and you might want to take a screenshot of this as well. Free plus shipping still works well. If you have a product cost that is under $5, you can do that. Free shipping offer. Free shipping, I'd probably tie that in with a percent off. So 50% off plus free shipping, 60% off plus free shipping, 70% off plus free shipping. And in a couple slides, I'm going to show you an actual ad offer that I did. Now, the ad copy. This is the exact ad copy format that I use, right? It's 4 lines. The first line, I use an emoji, tag a friend, close with an emoji. Then on the second line, you want to state your offer. Get these amazing bibs at 60% off now, or get these amazing golf finder gadget for 50% off plus free shipping. Then you want to create a sense of urgency in the next line. Limited time only. Free for the next 500 golfers, next 30 minutes only, right? You want to create that sense of urgency. And then the last line, you want to give them a call to action. And I usually use an emoji here. Get it here with your link, buy it now, claim yours, similar to how we search for other offers online. Okay, now here's my real ad example of one that I've used. So again, just like the other ad offers that we've used before, you kind of want to do that here. So here's one of my real ad examples from a campaign that did over $100,000 in sales. This is the exact product, the exact offer, the exact ad. And again, in the advanced training program, you'll get tons of these because I have several of them. And every time I get one that converts, I'll upload it for you guys and you can use it as your own. But here's one, obviously, that I'm giving to you now because I want you guys to start getting results right away. But when you're looking at what to do for ad images, you really just want to keep them simple, You want to do as little text as possible, and you want to use clear images. Don't use blurry images. Just don't. It makes your product look cheap, and it makes your store look like you're trying to steal people's credit card. So be intentional. There are a ton of free sites that have great stock photos that you can use. If you're searching on AliExpress, you can probably use their images if they're clear. A lot of times they have clear images. Every once in a while, I even find products that have videos, and you can ask your supplier if they have more photos or videos that you can use. But you really want to keep it simple, okay? You don't want to overcomplicate it. Again, this is an ad that I used. It has the product in it. It has the offer. And that's basically it. I didn't really do too much to it. And again, I use the same formula. This is the same formula that I use to do over $1 million in sales, right? That's all I did. I just used that same format. Those 4 lines in the ad copy, simple ad images with the offer, very little text, right? I didn't put text all over the image. I just kept it simple, and I was able to generate these same results. Okay, so now as we look at actually rolling this out, here's the protocol. Okay, now that you've got your Facebook ads, your store, here is the rollout. Here's what you should do each and every campaign to make sure you know if it's a winner or not, and how we start to get those big numbers. We're going to start with a $5 to $25 a day budget, depending on your risk level. If you've got dough like that to just blow, sure, go $25 a day and test. High risk, high reward. Okay, but if you're conservative and you just really want to test this out, I start with $5 a day. Sometimes if I feel really good about a product and I've done some hard research and I've got solid proof that it's going to sell, I may start with $25 a day. But most of the time it's $5. Okay, so keep it simple. Stay in your lane. And then you're going to let the ad run for about 2 to 5 days, no more than that. If no clicks after 2 days, turn it off, okay? Nobody likes it. Just turn it off. If you're getting clicks but then no sales after the 3rd day, just turn it off, right? Nobody wants it. So again, if you're getting sales and they're profitable, that's when we want to add more budget. Now, how do you know what to add? Well, I got you covered. I'm telling you guys, I'm giving you everything you need right here. Okay, if you're ever wondering how to scale, how to add more budget, here's a tool that you can use, a little chart. Again, you can take a screenshot of this right now. It's a simple chart that I use to scale my ads, right? Daily budget, $5. If you're getting no sales, leave it at 5. If you got 1 to 3 sales that day, bump it to 10. 3 to 5, bump it to 25, 40, 75. As long as you're getting sales, keep bumping it up. And that's how you get to those big numbers every single day. And you're doing $300 a day in sales, $700 a day, $1,000 a day, right? By scaling. Now, don't get emotionally tied to your products. They are not your friend. They are not in love with you. They do not love you, okay? If they're not performing, you cut them off immediately. The last thing we want you to do is bleed cash that you do not have on products that you just think in your mind should be selling because it's something that you like. Nobody cares what you like or think. We only want results, and the results don't lie. So, shut it off, move on to the next one. That's why I said, hey, find at least 3 products to start, because you may not hit it on your first product. I didn't. I made 5 sales in 5 months. That should tell you if you can test more products, the closer you are to getting to your winning product. Okay? So up to this point, let's do a quick recap. All right, up until now, we've covered a $1 million niche selection, right? Now you know who to sell to. We figured that out. We've laid it out, nothing hidden. We've just debunked every myth out there about categories and niches and all that, okay? So now you know who to sell to. Now you know how to source those products to sell to those people, know what to sell, right? We looked at the nurse pens, we looked at the motorcycle light, we looked at the bibs, and then we went through our store creation. That was pretty quick, right? You can create a store in under an hour. In most cases, you can probably do it in 30 minutes or less. But you should not be spending hours and hours creating your store or coming up with a logo, doing a focus group. You don't need none of that. Don't do it. Go buy a logo and a name and put it on your store and keep it moving, okay? Make sure the checkout works. Make sure the payment processor works and that you're able to actually capture some money. and then add your 3 or 4 products, and then Facebook ads launch. Again, this is a little more involved, but I gave you the basic core and a little bit more advanced steps that you can take to make sure your Facebook ads launch and start generating or performing for you. Again, you've got 3 or 4 products to test. Continue testing with that same process, put it on autopilot, and move on from there. Now, who's excited? Like, I was pretty excited putting together this training because I knew that people needed tangible, simple steps broken down easily to get started right away, right? I know what it feels like to start from scratch. I lived at scratch. I built a house on scratch. I know scratch very, very well, okay? I know scratch very well. How many of you are starting in this same place? Again, just money, you feel like money is wasted and you feel like, okay, this is just a scam. Again, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, the hat, and the bracelet to go with it. But if you get these simple steps that I've laid out for you and you execute, right? How many of you are ready to give this a try, to have your no quitting moment, right? And put the right steps together to win, right? It's not a matter of if, because we've already proven that people are making money with Shopify, whether it's $1 million in sales or whether it's $200 a day, all very valuable and life-changing, right? But this is what happens when you don't quit. Okay, it took me a few days to relaunch my store and just a matter of weeks for the sales to pick up after failing for 5 months. This was not an overnight success, right? But you can do this too, and I've just showed you how to do it. So who's ready to take action and start doing this right now? But if you're really excited about that, I can't wait to show you what I've put together that is really going to blow you away. Now, before we do that, let's do a little bit of math. Let's do a little bit of math right here, right? You can see on the left side, top performing campaigns that I've run for my Shopify store. And you can see on the right, an estimation of how much I've done in total. Now, it's about $300,000 off. And there's a reason for that, right? There's something that we like to call the back end, right? Think of McDonald's. All we've done is just learned about how to sell a really good burger, right? But if you think about McDonald's commercials, they're focused on selling you the core front end product to bring you in and then upsell you on so many other things. The story is they just break even on the burger and most of the money is made on the fries, the drinks, and the Happy Meals. Now, this is the same with e-com. We can sell a ton of burgers, but there is even greater profits in the fries, Coke, and meal. So what does that look like in e-commerce, right? So let's say you're selling a t-shirt and you upsell them on a sweater. They say, no, I'd rather not get the sweater. That's $10 more. Then you downsell them on a t-shirt and say, hey, we'll just get another t-shirt for maybe $5 off, right? Or you can cross-sell them on a bundle and say, hey, get this whole entire outfit for 30% off, which is a savings of right? Same thing like McDonald's with their Happy Meal and, do you want fries with that? Or how about a Coke with that? Do you want to supersize that or to get a Happy Meal? And then they're making all this money. We do the same thing in e-commerce. And you may have heard people talk about funnels before, but this is just a great way to increase your revenues, right? While not paying any additional monies back to Facebook ads to do that necessarily, right? And I'm going to show you how to do this, how to put this together and make that additional money. So as you've generated traffic for an ad for a t-shirt, let's say, or a bracelet, this is the perfect time while you have their attention, right? They're paying attention to your ad, to your store, and you have their intention, right? They've clicked on it with the intention to either buy more or add it to cart or see if this is something that they're interested in buying. Well, you can sell them more this way, right? This is something that is going to generate more money, and you even have the opportunity to do bundles, which will increase your average order value. Now, again, I can teach you how to do this in a e-com funnel that I've built and put together. It takes only about 30 minutes, and there's an app that I use, and there's a couple apps out there, but I'll show you the app that I use to completely set this up and make more money. So this is one back end avenue to increase those revenues. The other way is with email, right? Email is one of the most underutilized tools in e-commerce. I get emails daily from brands I love, don't you? How many of you guys get emails every day from Nike or Victoria's Secrets, Babies R Us, Toys R Us? I probably get like 2 emails a day from Babies R Us and Toys R Us. And I myself send out about 3 to 4 emails per week in my own store. Now, these are email addresses you already paid for. Think about it. You already generated that email address, whether it was from a purchase or from an add to cart or initiate checkout. And you don't need Facebook to get those customers again. You don't need to pay Facebook to sell them additional products, right? And this is where we utilize email for retargeting. We utilize email for new products testing, right? If you have a new product and you're wondering, hey, how well can this do with my customer base? Send an email and see how well it does before you start running ads on it. This is exactly how I test products, as well as abandoned carts and more. Excuse me. I use emails a lot to recover abandoned carts. Okay. So once you've found the winning formula, you can use it over and over again. And guess what? I'm glad to give you guys my own. Okay. I'll give you more details on that later. But again, I'm trying to get you guys started the fastest and easiest way. And then the last piece to that back end money, right, as we talk about the difference between what you make on ads and how much you can actually make on your store, the third piece is actually with retargeting. Now, retargeting simply is really charged or fueled by your Facebook pixel, and there are several ways to do this. Now, you can do this with ads where people come to your site and they leave your site, and then they're shown an ad for what they viewed on your site. Now, your Facebook pixel follows them back to Facebook and shows them this retargeting ad. Okay, you can also do this with emails, so on and so forth. All right, all amazing tools and strategies off of Facebook ads where you can make some additional monies. This is exactly how to launch and get explosive results. Okay, it took me a while to learn this and to get all the ins and outs and to bug people and to go to masterminds and coaching and private coaching and tens of thousands of dollars to really get all the secret sauce that people are kind of holding close to the chest. But this is it. Okay, now I know that some of you are wondering, okay, now I know how to do some of this, but I may not be ready to do all of this or have everything put together to really take advantage of everything that I just talked about. It's a little overwhelming, I know, but one thing that I am going to make sure I do is lead you guys and basically give you everything that I have so that you can be successful. I will leverage my success in your favor. And that's why I put together an advanced training. Again, this may not be for all of you, but it's a very special program that's unlike anything you've ever seen before. Now, this will help you to reach 6 and 7 figures in a profitable store this year. Okay, we're in the top of the year. This is an exciting time to get started. So if it's all right with you, I'll spend a few minutes kind of breaking down what's included in the advanced training, and you can see if it's a good fit for you or not. And again, this is not just me, okay? I talked about Kim and Eileen and some others who have seen some great results with their store. And so I want you to know, hey, it doesn't have to be a situation where, man, we need to get results just like Harriet. No, you don't. There are people, regular people just like you, who are seeing great results from this every single day. So this is why I put together the Shopify Flight Academy. It is a masterclass, okay? It is some of the best pieces of training that I've put together to get me to this point that I've broken down in the most simple way that I know how. So if you're looking to consistently launch and scale highly profitable Shopify stores from scratch within just a few hours, get a fully automated income and freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, own your time and be financially free, right? That's the key. We're not doing this just for fun. We're doing this because we want to live life on our terms. Right? We want to own our time. We want to be able to choose if we want to buy a $200 pair of shoes or a $300 pair of shoes, right? We want that freedom and that choice. Now, this is just for you. This is why I'm doing this. I have committed to teaching entrepreneurship as a vehicle for financial freedom. Okay. After doing Shopify and running a successful store, My true passion is actually teaching people exactly what I'm teaching you right now, okay? To help genuine people just like you create an automated income so that you can live the life that you love. It feels great to be able to get up in the morning, get my daughter ready for school. I can go back to sleep if I want to. I can go to the mall if I want to. I can watch reruns of 24 if I want to, work on my store for a couple hours, check in with my team. There's nothing greater than that. And this is why I'm showing you guys this, because it is not far-fetched. It is right within reach, okay? So other marketers will try to give you a ton of just BS, really, and just make things look like worth more than they are. And they just confuse you with all this technical stuff, right? And they confuse you to make it seem like it's more valuable than it really is because you don't understand what the heck I'm talking about. And as you can see, I like to keep everything simple and explain it to you and use analogies and really just make it plain so I don't overwhelm you. And my goal is to give you everything you need so that you can start. The people that fail, are guaranteed to fail are the people that do not start. If you don't start, you're guaranteed to fail, right? You're guaranteed to fail if you do not take the first step to achieve success. Now, if you can use this system to launch your next highly profitable store, would this help you get to some of your personal goals, your financial goals, right? I am putting this together so that this will be the fastest and easiest way for you to get started. I don't want anyone to walk away from this and feel like they don't have the right tools, or I'm holding something back, or that something is missing. You can literally use this system and have your store set up and make profitable sales as soon as the next 24 hours. And you've got the right support, okay? One of the things that I didn't have when I was buying up all these courses and trainings and stuff online, I didn't have a coach. I had to really invest in getting a coach and getting the support because I was basically out here trying to figure it out. You know, I was watching stuff but didn't know what I was doing. And that's the one thing I don't want to happen to you guys. I don't want you out here alone just trying to figure things out. And as you can see from today's training, again, I like to keep things super simple, okay? Because it gives you the best chance for success. I don't want anybody walking away feeling like they were overwhelmed. So here's the master plan I put together, right? A step-by-step strategy training. That's the first thing you're going to need. And just two things, really, just two things. And then tools to help you apply that strategy. You need the strategy, and then you need help applying it. That's basically it. A simple system that works for you so you don't have to do all the heavy lifting, all the guesswork, and all the confusion. That's what the Shopify Flight Academy is all about. Okay, so what's inside of it actually, Harriet? Well, there's 6 modules that I broke out. Just 6. You can go through it at your own pace, right? The first one, we're going to talk about $1 million foundations. Now, we're going to lay the correct foundations so that you can position your store and position yourself and your mindset for the highest levels of success. You'll discover what tools and apps that I run in my own 7-figure store, and you'll discover how to achieve the highest profit margins and outsell your competitors, right? And you'll figure out, hey, this is exactly what Harriet does. This is not that complicated, right? You can duplicate it. I put it together so you can duplicate it yourself, and you can continue to generate millions of dollars per year without working more than 10 hours per week, okay? And by the end, you'll have everything you need to start the right way. Then module 2, we'll talk about finding your $1 million niche. Okay, now this module is all about selecting the right niches. Okay, every niche is not created equal. I'm going to help you to pick an evergreen niche, right? One that's not seasonal, or that only works during football season, or only works during golf tournaments. But this is going to also give you the potential to make at least $1 million or more per year in revenue. So you don't have to waste your time on niches that don't profitably convert for you. You'll discover how to find the right audience to sell to, right? And our ninja tools, the exact selection process that I use to pick niches. And you'll be able to find ones within 10 minutes or less, right? We're just applying these strategies. And then I'm going to show you how to brand your store to develop trust and authority within that niche. Even if you have a flex store, there are great ways to do that so you can easily outconvert every other store within your niche. Now, module 3, okay, now we're going to start talking about finding those top selling products. Even though you have a great niche, they're not just looking to buy anything from you, okay? Let's say you're in the golf niche. You're like, okay, the golf niche is a great niche. I'm going to sell golf jackets. Well, that might not be a top selling or a hot selling item for that particular niche. So this module is all about getting the right products in your store. And you'll discover easy ways. I'm going to show you how I spy out hot selling products to cut your time in half and get rid of that guesswork. Okay, you'll get our exact process that me and my team use to find products within minutes that are already proven to sell. You can already see that they're selling from day one, right? And you'll be able to do that within a few minutes. I'll show you how to effectively price and sell your products at premium prices so you can be sure to generate the highest margins and rate of return. And then you'll have a 6-figure product checklist so that you can never waste your time selling products that are basically just going to fall flat, okay, and waste your time. So you'll figure out, hey, again, Harriet's model is not that difficult. I can implement this, and she's broken it down really, really plain and simple. And then lastly, you'll discover how to easily source those products from reliable, trustworthy vendors within a heartbeat. Oftentimes we're getting these products from overseas, and people get so nervous, like, hey, can I trust this vendor? How do I know what vendor to choose? They're all selling the same thing, and I don't want customers complaining, saying, hey, this looks nothing like the photo that I saw on your website. So by the end of this module, you'll have everything that you need to add high converting products to your store in just a few minutes using my high converting sale pages, right? So I'm going to give you everything you need that I've used. They're templates, just plug and play. So module 4, now we're going to start going through your Shopify store and setting that up. Now, I want you to be able to consistently create stores the same way, okay? I want you to learn the process and then basically rinse, repeat. And as I've showed you in today's training earlier, you can do this in less than an hour. But I'm going to actually give you some of my go-to websites and resources to get this done pretty quickly, and also let you in on 2 themes that I use. I showed you one today. I'll show you another one, and apps that you can use to ensure that your store consistently turns cold visitors into raving repeat customers. Okay, there are some specific apps that I use that I didn't go over earlier that help to increase my revenue. And I'm going to show you all this and show you how to get it all set up, installed, and how to set them up the right way. Now, you want to have the right images in your store as well, okay? Even if you're not a designer, techie, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you how to get a lot of free images that look amazing in your store, and our secret method to quickly and easily spying on other stores so you can model theirs and make yours look amazing. Okay, so by the end of this module, you'll have everything you need to move visitors into buyers. I get so many people in our Facebook group that say, you know, I have a lot of traffic in my store, or I have a lot of clicks on my ads, but I'm not getting sales. Well, there's something off with your Shopify store. You're either not building trust, you're not using the right tools, something is off to where you're not converting buyers. And so since I have more than one Shopify store, so I've already done this on repeat, I'll give you that same format that you can use in your store. Okay, then module 5, we're going to talk about Facebook ads. Okay, this is the golden ticket here. This is where the money is. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to use Facebook, the exact $1 million Facebook ad targeting strategies to easily target proven buyers within 10 minutes or less in any market. Okay, this module again is all about Facebook marketing, and 90% of my revenue was generated from Facebook ads. And most people fail here and they don't know why. But I'm here to tell you Facebook ads still work. They still make people a lot of money, and there's still some core strategies that still work no matter how much Facebook changes. Basically, you just need to know the core pieces to get it working for you. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly how to get Facebook ads to work for you, and I'm even going to give you some of my winning ad copy templates. Okay, so you'll get that, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that a little later on. So again, my goal is to show you how to create high converting 6 to 7 figure Facebook ads within minutes. You already saw my campaigns. I had several campaigns that did over 100K per Facebook campaign. I had 7 great campaigns that helped me generate 7 figures in sales. And I'm going to show you how to do the right thing. Even if you failed at Facebook ads before and you did the wrong things, I'm going to show you how to do the right things. Okay, our unique retargeting approach, we use this to consistently double our total sales. And this only takes a few minutes to set up. And again, I have so much that I'm going to give you guys that you're not going to have to figure out on your own like I did. Okay. Now, module six. Module six is going to be about scaling. Now, scaling is really when you see people who are doing, 5,000 a day, 8,000 a day, 10,000 a day, or what have you, it's because they have a really great scaling technique to do those big numbers. And we want to put your store on autopilot so you can spend more time doing the things you love. And in order to do that, we've got to have a really great scaling technique that works and doesn't cause you to lose money. So I'll give you my exact step-by-step Facebook ad scaling technique to effortlessly scale your store to 6 to 7 figures per month and get that profitable revenue. Okay, you're already have the base foundations, and now we're just adding more gas to it. So these advanced techniques will dramatically increase the amount of revenue each customer spends with you, so you can instantly increase your average order value. Okay, so when I say average order value, if you've got 10 people coming to your store and you're doing a free plus shipping product, you're only making $10 per order. But with the right scaling techniques and everything we're going to help you put together, that average order for one person can be as high as $40 to $50. Okay, so how to build a highly motivated, awesome team. We're going to go over that as well, how to put together the right team and where to find them so you can have more time to do the things you want to do with your day. Right? Go to Target if you want and spend a couple hours at Target or the mall and not have to worry about staying in front of your computer every single day. All right? So by the end, you'll have everything you need to put the jets on your store and scale to 6 to 7 figures per year. All right? So listen, everything you need is right here to make this a reality for you. Okay? Everything is right here. And every time you deploy it and you follow the same strategy, it's going to yield these results. Now, the cool thing is with this system, it only take you a couple hours to go from zero to launching your first store and generating profitable revenue. Okay, you can follow this to start running a profitable store, like I said, within the next 24 hours. Even if you're brand new and you've never done it before, just go through each module and follow exactly what I laid out. I've even had one student implement this training and got a sale within the hour of finishing the course. She finished the course, she put together her ad, her product and everything, and she got a sale, right? And this is Kim, who I want to introduce you to. Kim, great young lady. I believe she lives in Florida. She's in our Facebook group. She was doing Facebook ads before, not getting great results, trying everything within the time and budget she had. She's working a full-time job, just like many of you are right now, and just trying to launch a successful store to bring in some extra income. And I love and appreciate the testimonial that she shared. But really, the truth is, Kim is actually doing a few $100s a day in sales. Okay, she's implemented these strategies from the academy. I think she even had her first $1,000 day. All right, close to the holidays, and she continues to scale. And this is why I've created programs to help genuine people like Kim, like some of the people that I've talked about get these results. Okay, now Kim is she's new, right? But she's getting this to work for her. And I'm so thankful that she shared this. And again, if you can see yourself in Kim's story, then you know that you're doing the right thing. So again, the Flight Academy is basically the master class, which is valued at $2,995. Okay, but that's not all that I've put together, because I know with this plan to get you the step-by-step strategy training, you also need the tools, again, tools that you apply that do the strategy for you, okay? You need help doing that heavy lifting. So what I've put together is a vault of templates and all kinds of really great, amazing things that you're going to want to use and leverage. Why? Because they are my own. They are things that I've already tested. They are things that I've already proven out for you. You just need to do the work and apply it. Okay? Now, there's no more guesswork, no more trial and error. It doesn't matter if you're brand new, if you've never done this before. you can use the tools in conjunction with the training, okay, this 2-step master plan, to launch your new store and start generating profitable revenue in the next 24 hours. This is a game changer for me, guys, because when I was doing training and coaching before, I hadn't put together all of the tools in the vault, which I'm giving you now, before. And I hadn't realized how much people needed that additional lift, that additional help. People just needed to see what a winning ad copy looked like, what a winning email looked like, right? What winning targeting looked like. They just needed to see it. And I was giving training and coaching, but not giving them those plug and play tools that I'm going to give you guys today. So the first thing is the ad copy template. Okay, I'm going to show you how I exactly put together my ad copy, what types of ads I use. I'm also going to give you my abandoned cart sequence. Okay, as we talked about that back end money, that abandoned cart, I use Conversio for that, and I'll walk you through that. But you can see like 11,000 emails sent over a 30-day period. 11,000 emails. Okay, abandoned cart emails. Impressions. Look at that revenue from just 30 days of sending emails. Now, how many of you guys would love to be able to make 14K just from sending emails over a month's time? Okay, so I'm going to show you and give you the copy for those emails. And then those newsletters that I send out, those 3 to 4 emails a week that I send out for sale items and different things to actually get buyers to continue coming back to my store and test new products. Okay, all these are plug and play here for you to help you get the best results. Now, if you've ever struggled with ad copy that converts, or if you're anything like me, I hate writing copy. I hated to write my Facebook ads from scratch. I would just look at the screen for hours and never know what to write. Now, luckily, we've looked back at our highest converting Facebook ads and saw that there's a common thread between them. And honestly, I just kept doing the same thing over and over. And so now every time we launch an ad that produces a profit, we template it out. We add it to the vault for you so that you can plug and play it into your store. Okay, you can easily use any product plug any product you have into it. It works like a charm, and have high converting ads within a matter of minutes. How cool is that? Now, this is again something I wish I had. So if you're not a copywriter, or if you've never created an ad before, you're going to love this. And I'm really, really excited about it. Okay, and then the abandoned cart, again, I would just get emails from people who are saying like, hey, I've got all these add to carts. What do I do with it? Well, you don't have an abandoned cart strategy or sequence, meaning there are certain increments when people should receive an email after abandoning their cart, and it's different things that email should say. And you'll get our exact 7-figure abandoned cart sequence, which you can use for whatever product you're selling in whatever niche, okay? And then these email templates, again, I hate writing. It's just a nightmare for me. So again, we've kind of put together our best emails that were the most profitable. We pulled the HTML code to make a template that you can actually upload into MailChimp and plug and play that within a matter of minutes. So think about this. Can you imagine how easy your life would be if you had these tools in addition to this training on your side? How much stress, overwhelm, and worry will you be able to alleviate yourself from, knowing that you're using tools and templates that I've already tested for you? So you don't have to do any of the guesswork yourself. You just have to pick the product that you want using my strategies for picking products. You don't even have to figure that out on your own, right? I'm giving you the best likelihood of launching a 6 and 7-figure store on your first try. It took me 5, almost 6 months. Okay, but I'm cutting that time out. I'm giving you a shortcut so that you don't have to go through that. Now imagine the time it'll free up for you so you can experience absolute freedom, do whatever you want, whenever you want, without having to worry. This is my husband and I in Cabo, which is one of my favorite places to go now. And that's a picture that I took outside of that was the view from our hotel room, and that's he and I just kind of enjoying our time there. And it's the best feeling ever to just be able to travel with your loved ones. Just, I mean, honestly, like who's going to hate being able to just go to Cabo and hang out for a little bit, take a breather, take in fresh air? I mean, this is why I'm teaching this, because this doesn't have to be for the 1% of the world. This doesn't have to be for special people, smart people. This is within reach. My husband and I were just regular people. So can you see how combining the step-by-step trainings with these seven-figure tools that you can consistently launch highly profitable stores in the fastest time possible? Like, I don't know if you've ever been on a training where they're giving you all these pieces to put together. I promise this will totally change the game for you, and you'll never do a Shopify store without these tools again. So again, here we are. You've got the masterclass. Right now you've got the vault. And now we're at a value of about $5,000. Now, I had two options to go with the academy. Right? When I put together the academy, I was like, okay, I can make this really, really cheap and get a bunch of people to join and not give you all the tools and training and everything you need to succeed, because the more people you open it to, it just gets really, really messy and cumbersome to just really craft special tools and spend the time on the training. And I had a second option to go with, which is require a little higher investment, but in exchange, I could give you all these tools to support, to consistently launch $1 million Shopify stores whenever you wanted and have the freedom to live life on your terms, right? This is what I'm trying to get you guys to see. And I keep saying that over and over, live life on your terms, because with just a little bit of effort behind the stuff I'm giving you, you can actually achieve that. It is not far-fetched, guys. This is not some, 10 years from now kind of thing. All right, now before I tell you what option I went with, let's talk about Eileen for a little bit, because she just blew my mind. She basically hounded me on Messenger for days and asked me if I did private coaching. I was like, no, I don't do private coaching, but I do have some training that I'm coming out with. And you can see in her post, she's in the Philippines. She was able to do 10K in sales. She actually did 21K once she sent me the final numbers over the last 30 days. Running Facebook ads. She had never run Facebook ads before, guys. Think about that. She never ran Facebook ads before. Now, she was watching things online and listening to people and kind of doing research, but she had never run Facebook ads before. So imagine going from never having run an ad, and a lot of you watching this training, you guys have run Facebook ads before, so you've got a little bit of edge on Eileen, okay? She had no marketing experience. This was a brand new store, and she did this all with one product, okay? And her average order value is around $50, guys. So that's what I'm telling you. When you put all the pieces together, it could really yield some amazing results for you. And again, this is not far-fetched, and your story doesn't have to be mine. It could be like Eileen's or Kim's. Okay, so what's one successful store worth to you? If you think about it, what's one successful store worth to you? If you spent $100 to generate $500 to pay for a car bill, or to just pay for a student loan bill, right? Or just to pay your rent. If you made $1,000 a month, or generated $5,000 a month. Think about that. What would that mean or be worth to you? Do you think you could launch a store that just makes $5,000 a month? Eileen did 20K in a month, but let's just say we did a quarter of what she did. We were just a 0.25% successful, and we just did a little bit of that. 4K, 5K. What would that be worth to you? Maybe a new home, quitting your job, getting some of that time back to spend with your kids, right? Me and my husband bought a membership, annual membership to the zoo here in Atlanta, because my daughter loves going to the zoo. And guess what? Now we have the time and the freedom to take her to the zoo on a Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, if we wanted to. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, guys. Would you invest $20,000 to get the same exact store that I used to make $1.2 million? Now, sure, 20K is a huge upfront investment. But if that store continued to make tens of thousands of dollars per month, yeah, it'd be a no-brainer. I would jump on that, right? It'll be really wise to invest 20K to make 100K, let alone 1.2 million. while being able to have a sellable business that you can sell for double that later on. And that's the exact opportunity that I'm giving you guys here. And in fact, Eileen went through this program. If I hadn't mentioned that already, Kim and Eileen went through this program when it first started. Okay, so I want you to kind of keep that in mind. So would this be an awesome deal for about $5,995? Yeah, I think so. Again, with all the tools and all the templates, all the trainings broken down, yeah, it would be really, really great at 6K. And when we relaunch this, we're probably going to launch it right around 3K. Okay, so you're going to get a break because we're actually relaunching it now. But because you're still here, you've watched this entire webinar. I mean, I'm not gonna BS you guys. Like, you sat through this, and obviously I'm not gonna sell it to you for 5,000, 6,000 or 3,000. I really want you guys to have this within reach and to be able to take advantage of it. You guys are people who resonate with my personality. You're not going to see me out here in a Bentley or doing videos on a yacht. Like, that's not me. The things I value in life is my time, my sleep, my family. Okay, I love to be able to just spend time with my family, to be able to travel, to have no bills, no debt. Like, those are the things I value. Those don't necessarily make sexy videos, but for those of you on this training, you relate to that. You relate to being able to buy your mom a house or pay your aunt's bills or pay your grandmother's bills. Like, those things are what bring you joy in life, and that's why I'm putting this together. Okay, so you can get started with the Flight Academy for just $995. $995. I wanted to make this within reach. Okay, you're going to get the 6 modules all broken down to start from 0 to 100. You're going to get those email templates and access to the $1 Million Vault with the ad copy templates and the abandoned cart sequence as well. Okay, now let's just get some perspective really, really quickly as we wrap up here. Now, you could easily, be thinking that, hey, $995, that's still a lot of money. And you're right. It still could be a lot of money depending on where you are in life. I'm not going to lie. I was on the other side of you just 2 years ago, on the other side of you, of a training just like this, where you are right now, and thinking the same thing. And I'd like to put this investment in perspective for you. So let's just think. Now, you could easily spend $995 by joining some other overcomplicated trainings, out of date, or whatever the case might be, right? People who have these fancy videos and doing videos out of their mansion and saying, hey, you can be like me and have a mansion. I'm never going to sell you that crap, okay? But you can also, say, okay, well, I'm just going to try to figure this out on my own. Okay, maybe you don't invest in another course or waste money on a course that is not going to help you, and you just spend days, months, and months and months wasting time, money, and energy that you can never get back trying to figure it out on your own, right? Or you can click the button that is going to unlock everything for you instantly. Okay, this is not going to trickle down week 1, week 2, week 3. You'll get access to everything instantly to make 6 to 7 figures per year with just one membership, one tool, one payment. It's not a monthly payment, for you to live life the way that you want, right? For you to get in reach for that financial freedom that you're looking for, and always being updated with new and relevant information. And I'm consistently there answering questions live, leveraging my error and my years of hard work, mistakes, lost money. I once told a story about how I lost about 50K in 1 month from a huge shipping mistake, being ripped off, all sorts of things I've been through. I've had 3,000 packages stuck in China. So much I've been through that I'd love to sit down and tell you guys one day, right? But for now, I just want you to know that I made all those mistakes so that you don't necessarily have to, right? You can learn from them. You might make mistakes of your own, but at least you're not going to be alone while you make them. Okay, so now you have all the tools you need. That'll do most of the work for you, so you don't have to. So you can launch these stores. And you may change some of the stuff I have given you, but at least you're not starting from scratch, right? Which is what's going to help save you time. Now, this could launch. This could be launched within the next few hours if you wanted to, right? If you just said, hey, I'm just going to binge watch all these trainings and launch everything within the next few hours and start making sales within the next 24 hours of launching my ads. Now, you're also going to get one-on-one coaching from me. I'm not going to do this forever. I promise you that. Okay. I have a toddler, and we're not going to always have the time. I'm not going to always have the time to do one-on-one coaching, but I'm going to personally help you every step of the way. And I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. But when you put all that into perspective and you think about everything that you're getting, $9.95 is actually not that large of an investment if you actually compare the cost benefit. Now, it'll save you time, it'll allow you to launch quickly, and get you some significant income, guys. That's all I'm here to help you see and do and open your eyes to, is that when you click on that link and you join and enroll instantly and unlock all those tools, it's going to give you everything you need to achieve this, right? To do 6 or 7 figures a year online. It is not hard to do. And believe me, I was blown away when I did it. I was like, oh my gosh, like, is this what people are doing? Like, is this how people are getting money these days? And it was not as hard as I thought. I just needed to put the pieces together, right? So you have no excuses. You don't need to buy any other programs. You don't need to search for answers anymore. You don't need to be overwhelmed with information. Everything's going to be broken down. You can watch and rewatch it as often as you want, and just make sure just apply it. Just do the steps, do the things I tell you to do. So by enrolling instantly, clicking on that button, shopifyflightacademy.com/join, I think it's going to help you solve a lot of your problems that you experienced, maybe even last year, maybe all last year you did Shopify and couldn't get it to take off. I think this is going to be the thing that's finally going to make the difference for you. Okay. Now that's the same thing that happened to Belle. She's a friend of mine. She had no e-commerce experience. She's got a toddler just like me, works a full-time job, no marketing experience. She put up a brand new store. Okay. She said, hey, what do you think about this niche? What do you think about that niche? What do you think about this? And she put up a brand new store. And guys, I was blown away. Within a couple weeks, she started doing a couple $100s a day in revenue. And her ad spend was about $20 to $50 a day. She even had her best month where she did $10,000 that month just this past summer, and quit her job. She got a brand new truck. And trust me, you guys, she started from zero. She knew nothing about building a website or online marketing. She wasn't in advertising, nothing. And I've seen her car before. So this is an upgrade, like a true blessing, for her to be able to buy this truck. So again, I don't need to show you a video of me in a Bentley or students in a yacht, smoking cigars or any of that, right? That's great, but I want to show you real stories, real life change, real people, real results, tangible stuff, okay? I'm not going to try to like, hey, you can make $1 million tomorrow. No, you cannot make $1 million tomorrow. But could you buy a new car next month? Yeah, you can. Could you be able to quit your job in a few months or next year? Yeah, you can. You can. You really, really can. And that's the difference. Okay, a few people will do Shopify and make $1 million, 2, 3, 4 million. It's possible, but not everybody's going to be able to do it. And this is not a get rich overnight, but most people, just like most of you on this call, can do this right now, tonight, in the next 24 hours to do enough to just get a new home, a new apartment, pay off some bills, get debt free. What would it feel like just to be debt free? Okay, that's my story, and that's what I'm transferring to you. Okay, I'm not going to transfer something to you that I'm not doing. I'm not doing donuts right now in a Ferrari or in a Lamborghini in the parking lot of Starbucks. That's not what I'm doing, and that's not what I'm going to sell to you. Okay, now here's the thing. I know some of you are nervous. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know this girl. I don't know if this is going to work for me. I don't know if I have the time. Hey, relax. You've got 30 days, okay? You've got 30 days. And I'm sure you're going to love the program. But just in case, on day 29, when there's 23 hours left, and you're saying, hey, I don't like it, it's not working for me, just shoot me an email. My team will promptly send you your money back. I have no problem doing that, okay? So you can feel at ease over the next 30 days while you're trying to get this implemented, which it should only take you a few days. But, if you need 30 days, fine, you've got it. You have nothing to lose because I want this to make a no-brainer for you. Now, I just said, okay, now everything I said should probably make you feel really good about this investment, but just in case you need a little bit more of certainty that this is for you, I've put together some what I call ethical bribes. Now, I'm going to be putting together some bi-weekly live trainings. Okay, they're bi-weekly live trainings where I'll do some live Q&A just for you. Okay, this is going to complement your core training and help you multiply your success. Why? Because as you run into things and as you start to, learn right in the real world of Facebook, what may or may not be working as you're putting all these things together, you may have questions, right? And this is not to create some more fake value or to overwhelm you and whatever. Like this, to me, like this is what I would buy for $9.95. If getting bi-weekly calls with me live, someone who's done 7 figures in Shopify, only cost me $9.95 one time, where I'm charging people $10K and up for personal coaching, and you're only going to pay $9.95, get personal coaching and get training, like this would be enough for me to pay the $9.95. But basically, here's how it works. You submit your questions. I'll review all the questions the week before, and then we'll do a live Q&A where I'll answer all those questions for you. And if we have time to do more live questions, I'll do that as well. But basically, this is to help you accelerate. This is to help you accelerate your learning. Hey, Harriet, I implemented the email template, but it didn't do this. I needed to do that. What's the best way? Hey, Harriet, I did Facebook ads and I did the targeting this way, or I implemented this. What's the best way to go from here? And I can speak exactly to your problem, to your situation, to your niche, and give you the answers. Right. And again, people, I'm telling you, I get messages all the time for people who want to do personal coaching. And I stopped doing personal coaching because I'd rather put my time into actual tangible training videos that people can use and watch over and over, and doing the live calls that I do with the Facebook group. So, this is something to me that actually is going to be worth the entire $9.95 investment for the course. All right, so just be aware though that this again is limited spaces. Again, I do have a husband and a small child and a dog, and I do love my time. Again, I just talked to you guys about owning your time. As much as I love doing coaching and I love e-commerce and Shopify, I can only do this for a few people. So there are limited spaces. Okay. So just be aware that once you click on that button, if you see the coaching call still listed under the features there, then you'll get access to it. But if it's not there, then that means it's probably filled up. Okay. So you want to sign up right away, so that you'll be able to get included on those calls and get the most out of your training. And again, I've gotten some great questions. I've gotten people who sent me, list of questions about Facebook ads, about Shopify store traffic, anything you want to ask. And I have really great people in my network. So if I don't have the answer, I know 7 other 7-figure Shopify store owners who can help us out there too. So my network is essentially going to be your network. I know warehouse owners in California and people who do drop shipping, all kinds of stuff. So that'll be really, really fun to get in on that. So make sure you, if that's something you really, really want, and you feel like that's what you needed, maybe not the videos, but the personal coaching, then you want to go ahead and click on that button right now and jump into that. All right. So now, do you think with me coaching you with the videos, with the templates and tools, don't you think it's virtually impossible to fail? Now, some people may still find a way to fail. And at least if you do fail with all of this help, all of these tools and access to me, at least you won't fail alone, right? At least you won't fail alone. What do you think your life will be like now with information, tools, and actual personal support? Can you feel that this program is a little different than what's out there right now? And I've taken the time to really structure it with one goal in mind, to get you results. That's the one goal, to get you results. I don't care about me. I don't care about my face. I don't care about my brand. I don't need a brand. My brand is people's testimonials saying how I helped change their life. That's the only brand I ever need in life. Okay. So you have nothing to lose. I've got you covered. If you're like, hey, I don't know if I'll have the time to put this together, you got 30 days. You've got 30 days guaranteed. Put it to the test. Actually go through it. Test it out. If it's not what you need, what you want, what you thought, just shoot me an email, no questions asked, and you'll go ahead and get that refund from my team. In fact, because I genuinely know how much this is going to change your life, I'm actually going to do something that I didn't do before when we launched the program, which is a payment plan. So this should help some of you who are feeling like you may not have the $9.95 right now. You definitely want to get in on the class, the biweekly training, the vault tools, but you may not have the $9.95 right now. So one thing that I didn't do before, lesson learned now, hey, make it even easier for people, H. And that's what I did. So you can do 2 payments of $5.95. Same link, just click on that link, join. You'll see the option for the $5.95. You'll still get access to the biweekly live trainings. You'll still get access to the vault. So just click that button. You'll fill out your information on the right. It'll get you instantly enrolled and locked in to get everything you need to build your next 6 or 7 figure Shopify store. Okay. Now you'll also get access to the Millionaire Mastermind, which is basically what I kind of call the flight crew, right? As you get into the Flight Academy, there's some special people in a private Facebook group that you'll get access to, really close-knit community where we're all working together to achieve something great. Hey guys, sometimes I have questions. Sometimes I learn from the people in the group. And I mix some things that I know with some things that people in the group are doing and vice versa. And that's what a mastermind is all about. It's not just about one mind, it's about all great minds coming together. And so we've created a fantastic group of people who are sharing what they're doing, what they're learning, and also to help answer questions and support you so that you cannot feel alone or go at this alone, and get access to me so that you can feel that I'm present and that you have that support, and access to other marketers. And then I have access to Facebook directly. I have a Facebook rep that is assigned to me that I get to talk to anytime I need. So if at any point you can't get the answers or we can't get the answers we need, I have even more people in my network, I said, that I can get access to help us get to where we need to go. You just need to put the key in the ignition, turn it on, and drive the car. There's already gas in it. It's already ready to go. The map, GPS is already turned on for you. All you need to do is turn the key by joining in and putting your foot on the gas by applying those tools. And I guarantee you, you'll get a little further than maybe you did last year, the year before, last month, the month before. Okay? Now, this is the last bribe. I have a 2-year-old, so I'm good with bribes and negotiating, if you cannot tell, okay? I have to always bribe my 2-year-old every night to eat her vegetables, and so I have to come up with creative ways every night to get her to do that. Now, you guys, you obviously want to be here, and some of you need to be here, but I just want to make this a no-brainer for you, okay? So open your browsers right now, or just open a new tab. Don't close this training, obviously. Open a new tab, okay? And go ahead and type this link in so you can get access to what I'm about to show you right now, which is my $1 million e-commerce funnel. Now, again, we talked about how McDonald's puts together their funnel to maximize their profits. Well, there is a funnel template that I use for e-commerce. It starts with Facebook ads, right? How I put my ads together, top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. And then it also then translates into my store, right? And how I put together a sales funnel for people who actually get to my store. So there's the advertising funnel that I put together and how I structure my ads. And then there's a sales funnel, how I put together my sales copy, my sales pages, upsells, cross sells, all that kind of funky stuff that you're going to learn so much about. That has helped me generate actually my very first campaign that did 100K. I used a funnel for. So now with this last and final bribe, you really have no excuses at all. I'm going to give you this sales funnel, which will help you generate 5 figures, 4 figures, 10K, 20K, whatever that means for you and how hard you apply it. But you're going to be able to plug this in, and I'll show you exactly how to put it together so you don't have to do the heavy lifting and figure it out on your own. Now, this will help you to get profitable. If you put together this e-com funnel, and you could probably take products that you failed selling. I mean, products that you tried Facebook ads on and you tried and you couldn't get them to convert. You could probably take some of those same products and put them in the funnel that you'll learn in the academy and get them to start churning a profit. Now imagine having this layout, this plan that's giving you 4 to 5 figures a month instantly that you can plug into your store. What results do you think you'll be able to generate, right? Using some new product techniques that I'm going to teach you, and maybe using some of the products that you've already tried and failed at. All right. So I'm super, super excited now. You've got the masterclass. You've got the vault with all the templates. You've got bi-weekly live training access to me where I'm going to answer your questions, your specific questions. You've got the private support group. And now you've got my e-commerce funnel, all worth over $16,000. You're getting all of this, everything instantly. As soon as you enroll, you click that button to enroll, and you're getting all of this with just that one small time investment. Now, no excuses, no quitting. Anyone can do this. No other program is needed. You're not going to need to complement this with something else. It's, no more confusion or overwhelm. You can plug this system right in, start using it within the next 24 to 48 hours, and put it on rinse and repeat. And again, this is everything that I use to build my $1 million store, and you'll have it for life. You'll have access to all these tools and materials for life. You may not have access to me for life, but you have access to me now. If you take action now, you'll have access to me right now, and you'll have access to these tools right now, and you'll have access to these trainings on demand. It's like a Netflix for Shopify you'll have access to right now. So this is only for a limited time. Obviously, I cannot keep doing these trainings over and over again. This is why you guys are on here now. It's the top of the year. This is a great time to start. I wanted to keep this small and intimate. If any of you have learned anything about my personality or seen any of my videos or anything online, you probably know that I like to keep a small, close group of people, or a close-knit group. I don't like to really put myself out there too much. There's so much clutter and noise out there in Facebook that it's really, really hard to find people that you can trust. So I rather just keep a really small group of people that can really be a part of this. Just to recap, again, you're getting access to the masterclass. You've got the vault, the bi-weekly live trainings with me, private support group, and then now my e-commerce funnel that is a value of $3,995. So you're getting a total value of over $16,000. Again, and this is not fake news, fake value. I just need you guys to know basically what this would sell for if I was doing these things individually. But you guys are getting access to it right now for just $995. And the 2 payment plan, if that works better for you, hey, take advantage of that. It's $595. Again, you'll still get access to everything immediately. You still got the 30-day guarantee to use if you feel like, hey, this is not for me, and it's 29 days in and you need to take advantage of that. I'm happy to refund you and happy. So go ahead, click on the link, fill out your information, enroll, and unlock everything you need to consistently launch a 7-figure multi-million-dollar store that you can sell, build your own brand one day, and just use as a vehicle for your financial freedom. Okay. Now, I just want to make you aware of one thing. This offer, again, is not going to last forever. I'm not going to keep this open forever like a lot of courses or other things you've seen where it just goes on and on and on forever. I like to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay. So you are right in the middle of your opportunity, and you've got the next 4 days to be right in the middle of your opportunity, and then that opportunity will end. Okay. And I don't want you to miss out. So that's why I'm telling you this up front so you know what to expect. Okay. So the next time we launch this, obviously I'm going to launch it for a little bit more because as we grow, it's going to take more support to support a group. We've got over 1,000 people in our Facebook group now. It takes time. It takes time to manage a group with the care and the attention that I wanted to have. Okay, so yeah, it'll be a little bit more of an investment after the 4 days if you decide to join because, well, you have the opportunity now. And as we see all the time in Shark Tank, when you don't take advantage of those opportunities, anytime somebody could close that door, and you don't want that to happen. And people do that. Why? Because you should value people's time. You should value the opportunities put in front of you. And really, the people who take advantage within the next 4 days, it really says something about the level of success that you'll have within your own life, right? That you know how to make quick decisions, that you know how to take advantage of something that is valuable when you see it. You know how to clear the clutter and zone in on something and not be indecisive about it. So again, if this is not for you, if it's not a good fit, thanks for watching. You've got a great ton of value out of it already. I hope that you can apply to your business and get some results. But again, if you're wanting to do a little bit more, take it a little bit further, instead of doing it on your own, trying to figure it out on your own. Maybe last year was a total disaster for you. You had given up, and then you saw this ad, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, look at this girl on here who did all this money at Shopify. Maybe she's different." Well, yeah, I'd like to think so. And the only way you'll find out is if you take advantage of this opportunity now. So you got a few days to choose. Okay. Again, yeah, is $9.95 a lot? Yeah, it is a significant investment, especially if you're just getting started. But again, you've got the payment plan if that $9.95 is too out of reach, or maybe it's just not the right time. Okay. You don't have to do it. Now, would it be a great investment for you? Like, who knows? You put $9.95 in, right? You spend a few $100 on ads, and then you make 20K. Then what? You won't be thinking about that $9.95 much longer. I promise you. Okay, I promise you that. All right. So I do want to get to some questions. So I just want to kind of cover some things that you might be thinking. But hey, if all I did today was, help you kind of see the potential with Shopify, or maybe help you turn your failing or unprofitable store around, would this be worth it to you? You think? Would it be worth it? Would it be worth it for you to just help you launch a revenue stream that consistently did 5, 10K a month? Would that be worth it to you? Maybe help you pay for an extra car, right? Maybe you have a baby on the way. Maybe you have a kid going to college, right? Would this be worth it to get going and to help you maybe cross something off your bucket list, right? Maybe we'll see each other in Cabo. Would it be worth it to be involved in something like this, to be a part of the academy and to put it to the test? Okay. Now, for most of you, I know you've already made up your mind at this point. For those of you that are still really watching intently and deciding and taking all this in, kudos to you. Again, that says something about who you are and your success. And I really want you to not miss this opportunity. Okay. So if you stuck around this far, you will be getting an email in the next 24 hours with your 6-figure launch plan. Okay, this is a free ebook launch plan that I've put together for you. I said, and I promised you'd get that for free, and you would. So we've kind of segmented those out who have stayed up until this point, and you'll be able to get access to that for free. All right. So I just want to answer a couple questions that you guys may have. I don't want to kind of leave that to chance or just kind of leave you hanging. I really want to get some of these questions answered. So keep in mind, you are covered by the 30-day guarantee. You do have the 2 payment plan if you need to take advantage of that, and you do have only 4 days to decide if this is right for you, if you haven't already decided. Um, Again, I put this together. I genuinely put this together to help you succeed, to help you get results. Again, you can probably feel that this is a little different than other programs or trainings you've been a part of before. I created it with you in mind. I created it with me in mind. Why? Because I was that person who was failing and losing thousands of dollars on Facebook ads and didn't know what to do. So I created it for you, and I created it for me. Okay. So I hope that you've, thought this through. And again, if this is for you, I hope you're able to take advantage of it right away. So, will there be a training for a training replay? You will get this, for those of you that have stayed, you will get a replay via email. And if you have questions, you can that are not answered, you can send them to me via email. Will this work for me if I'm brand new and have never done it before? Yes, I was brand new to Shopify and to e-commerce. So was Kim, so was Eileen, and it worked pretty well. What if I only have a few $100s to invest? That's fine. We start ads with $5 a day. I still to this day start my ads at $5 a day. So that's something that you can rest assured on. And how many hours per week did I invest in my store? Probably about 10 to 20. It varies. I ended up obviously scaling my store pretty largely and bringing on a team. And I spent some time training my team and doing some other things. But you can spend just a couple hours a day. If you want to spend a couple hours a day, weekends off on your store and get a routine going, you don't really need to spend, it's not a 40-hour work week like your 9 to 5. How do I know if I'm one of the first few to get the private coaching? Oh, you'll be notified by email. Again, if you do see it there, when you click on the join tab and you see it, it's still there, you will get access to it. If you don't, if it's not there, and I'm not sure where it is right now, but if it's not there, then it is filled up, okay? Are there any upsells to this program? No, there's no upsells. What you see is what you get. I'm not hiding anything. This is exactly what you'll get for that one-time price. No other thing to pay, no other thing to buy, no other thing to worry about, okay? And when do I get access to all of the trainings and tools? Instantly. As soon as you sign up, you create your login and you're ready to go, right? So you can start tonight. You can start today, right now. And how can I download the six-figure launch plan? Again, you'll be sent that via email. For those of you that have stayed to the end, you'll be sent that via email. Is there a payment plan? Yes, there is. I just broke that down for you, and it's up on the screen. Actually, 2 payments of $595. So you can use your credit card as well, which is a little bit like a payment plan to help with that. And yes, you still get a 30-day guarantee if you use your credit card or if you do the payment plan. What if I am brand new to marketing and don't know how to write sales copy? Will this work for me? Yes, this will work for you because I already did it for you. So you just need to plug in your niche or your target audience. If you're talking to golfers, you need to put golfers. If you're talking to wine lovers, just put wine lovers, okay? How long do we get access to the training? You get that access for life. I won't be taking it down. I'll only be adding to it. So you won't have to worry about that. Will you ever be relaunching or selling this in the future? I might. I have other aspirations of what I'd like to do with Shopify, with Facebook ads, and how I train people. This is just the beginning. This is a really great way to get started if you're looking to get started in what's working right now in the industry. The industry changes all the time. So I want to be able to shift with it and grow with it. So we may be doing more in the future, but it will cost more than the $9.95. Do not have more than an hour to go. Will this apply? Yeah, you can start small. If you don't have more than an hour a day, you can just start small and just, go through the training first. I would say if you can only spend 1 hour or 30 minutes, go through that each day and just really soak in all the strategies so you know how to apply them once you do have some more time to put it all together. What happens if I'm not technical or can't design graphics? Oh, you don't have to worry about that because I'll give you the resources I use. Um, and everything is pretty straightforward. So you'll have some support and some help there as well within the Facebook group. How long does it start to How long does it take to start generating profitable sales? Well, that depends. It could take a couple days, it could take a couple hours, it could take a couple weeks. It depends on how well you've done in applying the strategies in terms of niche and product selection, um, and testing those products. What's the potential with this? Well, you've seen my own store do over 100K a month. You've seen Kim and Eileen as well, who've done 10, 20, and 30K a month. Belle did 35K over a few months. So really, there's no uh, one result fits all. How can I tell that this is unlike the other programs? Well, this is my story, okay? I'm not kind of speculating on what I've seen work for others. I'm not telling you the story of Coke, or I'm not telling you the story of John or of whoever. I'm telling you my story. I'm telling you what worked for me, not what worked for some other business or some other Shopify store that I've seen, not some person that I met or talked to. And hopefully you can just tell, like people can just tell, you can read energy of people who's genuine, people who are really trying to help. You can tell that energy. And if you can't read that for me, then please walk away, because I don't want you to feel any angst about the decision that you're going to make. But I'm giving you my story, and I'm a real person. I've opened up my Facebook. It's not private, so you can reach me on Facebook Messenger. I reply to people. It may take me a while, but I do. And you can tell that I'm a real person. Will you help us brand and source products once we're profitable so we don't have to rely on drop shipping? Yeah, I'll teach on this in the course. I'm actually doing this myself right now. We have an opportunity to be a part of a really big online platform that will actually wholesale our products. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've created my own brand. My products have my own logo and label on it. So I'm pretty excited that I was able to do that. We don't do drop shipping as much. But we still do it. So yeah, I'd love to walk you guys through that as well. So that is all that I have, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being a part of this training, for staying with me, for really, just giving me your energy and your attention. I know this is going to be life-changing for you. I know this is going to be a game changer, if not all 5 of those things, but at least 1 or 2, right? If it's just the live training, or maybe just a support group, maybe just a funnel or the vault of templates, at least one of those things I know is going to be a game changer for you. So thank you so much for being a part of this. I cannot wait to see some of the results and the stories that will come from you guys being a part of the Academy. I hope to see you on board. I will see you on board. And I know that this is going to change everything for you like it did for me and my family. Okay? I will see you inside. Take care.